Now let's go ahead and log some clips to capture them. Logging clips refers to marking different in to out points to capture only the desired parts of the tape and not the whole tape. Let's go ahead and open the Capture panel, File, Capture, and let's go ahead and play the tape. As it plays, I will press the I key to mark an in point and the O key to mark an out point. Then I will press the Enter key to log. So I'll click on play. So I pressed I for in and O for out, and then I pressed the Enter key, and there you go, we have the log clip panel that opens. I want you to notice that the clip is named Tulum 01. I did not type the 01, Premiere Pro did that for me, since the earlier clip that I captured had been named Tulum. Premiere just gives it the same name with a sequential number right after the name. If I wanted here, I could write description, scene, etc., but all I'm going to do is press the Enter key again, which is going to log the clip to the project panel. As soon as it does that, my tape is going to start playing again. I will go ahead and stop it because I want to show you something on the project panel. So let me go ahead and press Enter, and then I'll press the space bar to pause the clip. Now let me go ahead and move this panel a little bit out of the way because I want to show you this clip right here. As you can tell, the icon for the Tulum 01 clip is a little bit different than the icon for just Tulum. The Tulum clip was the one that we captured earlier. This particular one was just selected, but it hasn't been captured. So if we select it, that just means click on it once, and you look at the information up here, it's going to tell you that it is offline. All the other settings are correct because it knows the setting where it came from, but the clip itself has not been captured. Again, this is what is known as an offline clip and is what we need to perform batch capturing a little bit later. Now let's go back to the Capture panel and let's log a couple more clips. As it plays, I will use the keyboard shortcuts, which are I for in, O for out, and then I'll press the Enter key, and that will let me log my clip. That's my second clip. I'll press Enter again.
That's what I was looking at.
And as you can see, we now have 4 clips. I'm just going to go ahead and click OK on this one, and then I'll pause the playback. And now I'm going to go ahead and close the Capture panel. As you can see, this is a fairly easy process, since all you are really doing is pressing the I key at the beginning of the section that you like, and then pressing the O key at the end of that section. Give yourself a little bit of breathing room and press the I key a little bit before you need it and the O key a little bit after. It's okay to have a little extra, but if you do not have enough footage, you will need to recapture with different in and out points. You can also specify handles, but we will cover those a little bit later. So, just to reiterate, as the clip plays, you can press I to set the in point. This will be based on the timecode value here. And then when you get to the end of the desired section, press the O key. This will give you the duration of the clip. In the project panel, and let me just make it a little bit larger so we can see it better, notice that we have 4 clips that are offline. These are the ones that I marked earlier. Notice that all of them say offline up here. Now let's go ahead and select these clips. We can do that by clicking on one first, press and hold the Shift key, and then click on the last one. This selects all 4 of them. All I have to do now is right-click anywhere on these clips, and I'll choose Batch Capture. A new panel opens up. The first section here is Capture with Handles. Well, this one is kind of important. So what are handles? Well, they are extra frames at the beginning and at the end of the clip so that you can have extra frames to work with in case you need it. This is good. I'm going to go ahead and check it, and I'm going to change this to 30 frames. This will just give me breathing room. Override captured settings. For example, you may have noticed that I set this to DV. It says it right there. But the footage was really shot on HDV. So I can capture on DV so I can edit it in my laptop if I need to. And then at the very end, when I'm done, I could recapture all of those clips with a setting of HDV so that I can have the higher resolution images on my final project. In this case, I am not interested in overriding the capture settings. I'm just going to leave it as DV. Now I'm just going to go ahead and click OK. And the capture panel opens up, and Premiere is going to ask me to insert the tape. Because I named the tape earlier, Premiere knows now that these clips came from this tape. All I need to do is click OK because my tape is still inside of the deck. Once I click OK, all by itself, the tape will rewind and the batch capture will occur. I want you to pay attention to the project panel. As the clips are being captured, their icon here is going to change from an offline icon, which is what it has right now, to a clip icon, which is this one here next to the Tulum clip. All right, let's go ahead and click OK.
We need to just go sit down. We need to go kayak and snorkel. Yeah, because we don't have much time left.
You may have noticed that the tape was rewinding and forwarding, seeking the in point so that it could perform the capture. Also, it started playing a little bit before the set time, even with the handles. This is because it needs to have a video signal stability, so it plays a little bit before it is set to capture. How much before? Well, that's the time set by the pre-roll. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. You may have noticed that not all of my clips captured. Tulum 02 and Tulum 04 did not capture, and it gave me a batch capture log. Basically, this log is going to tell me that it did not capture clips 2 and 4 because of dropped frames. Let's go ahead and double click it. Right now, it's telling me that on clips 02 and 04, it could not find the in point. I'm going to go ahead and close this. And now I'm going to go back to my settings. Right now I'm going to give it a larger pre-roll time. I'll make it 5 seconds. And I'm going to select these 2 clips again. So I'll click on one, press and hold, Control or Command, and then click on the other one. Control on Windows, Command on the Mac. Now I can right-click, and I'll choose Batch Capture. I will capture it again with 30 frames for handles, and I'll click OK. It's going to ask me again to insert the tape. I will click OK again, and the capturing will happen by itself.
And it's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. Yep.
And again, it tells me that the batch capture is finished. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And as you can see by the icons here, my capture now was successful. Sometimes all you have to do is increase the pre-roll time. Capturing from tape is easy, but make sure before you start the capture process that all of the settings are correct. If this is the case, then you should have absolutely no issues with capturing.